I can hear them stacking. No, that's a creeper. Okay. So he's close enough to try to speed up. Ah! Legitimately scared me there. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to Minecraft. So I've been wanting to start a survival world for a while now, something that I can play in between snapshots and news updates without having to jump between servers and a bunch of different maps. Just something easy I can record without a ton of prep involved, unlike basically any other Minecraft series that I've done, so I can put these out consistently and more frequently for you guys. So this is a brand new 1.11 world, but of course, I've added a few things here to spice it up and make it more exciting. So I've got Optifine going with Sonic Ether shaders. I'm sure you've noticed already. They definitely make the game a lot more beautiful during the day, but that much more creepy when the sun goes down and monsters pop up. And speaking of which, I'm also using Blainakiss's Monster Apocalypse plugin. Now this has been around for a while, but he keeps updating it, and it's a really fun way to enhance the difficulty of the game and have a bunch of stuff happen that you would normally never see, like monsters tracking you from long distances, and zombies breaking through basically any block in the game to let other monsters in. They can break torches and stack up on blocks to get to you. A bunch of crazy stuff, and if that's not difficult enough, I can always add in things like gas and blazes spawning in the overworld and a bunch of other things, a nightmare mode, just in case. We'll see how it is with the difficulty already enhanced. And we're gonna start here at this village. The seed, I can pop it right in the chat, there it is. And I found this little kind of water village during my snapshot videos, and I liked it a lot, so I wanted to start here. I also know there's another village and a mansion not too far off, so this is where we're gonna begin. But I've got a few little caveats, a little additions or legs up that I'm going to use to try to help me out a bit, since this is gonna be so much more difficult. And one of them is that keep inventory is on, because I know it's, a lot of people might think that's too easy, but at the same time, I don't want to spend a ton of, time trying to, like I said, I want to keep this easy to record. So if I'm going to be running around, I want to be fighting monsters and exploring, not backtracking to try to find my stuff before it despawns. And another thing is, if I find a village like this, I'm going to allow myself to set a spawn point here as long as the villagers are alive. Now, if the village gets wiped out, destroyed, and all the villagers are dead, then that's on me, and I don't get that spawn point anymore. So it's basically an incentive to keep these guys alive and try to have a little setup here in the village before we move on, get enough supplies and then move on to a new area. So I'm going to just start destroying their fields a little bit here. They don't need all these pieces of wood. Their crops are fine. We'll just grab a little bit, and then we can start crafting some stuff, because we do not have too much time here before the night falls and we're gonna have to deal with a bunch of monsters finding me. So let me grab some sticks. I should probably get a few of these going as some charcoal, since I'm not gonna find too much coal easily out here floating around in this water village. And I'll try to get a bunch of food, because I've got a sword luckily and a saddle. We could go back and get a horse right now, which is pretty nice. And that was something that you might not normally find in Minecraft outside of creepers and gas. That was an explosion from a skeleton arrow. There's a random small chance that happened to happen already that a skeleton can shoot an arrow and it will explode. So I don't know where that skeleton is, but I'm a little paranoid right now. So I'm gonna pop one of the, both of these can go in there, and hopefully one piece of wood will be enough to get that first piece of charcoal, and then I'll start, the chain reaction of getting a bunch of charcoal. I don't want to break this in the wrong spot and have this water leak out everywhere, because that'll slow me down. And these monsters are a lot faster than most of the monsters. When they get close, they can kind of dash in and get to you. A lot of the skeletons, and when they have swords, they can do that, but this is pretty much any monster is going to be able to dash right up in my face and explode or just destroy me. So I'm going to be very careful here. I think once I get this stuff going, once I have my shield and enough charcoal going, I'm going to need more normal wood, so I don't want to cook all of that. But once I have this going enough, I might run over and try to saddle a horse. That'll help me escape if I need to. I just heard a block place, because I think there's something around here trying to get me. So do we have, we have iron, so I can make a shield. Definitely good to have immediately, because I can block those arrows. And what else do we want? I should be trying to break into, I should build a basic pick if I can. I need a little bit more wood, so we can try to break into some of that stone and get at least cobblestone stuff and a backup sword just in case this iron one breaks. I think that'll be good enough to go. I'm trying to prioritize stuff here, like what I should be aiming for first, but I think I might go and not just get a horse so I can have one to ride around and escape into the night if this whole thing goes bust, but I need to make sure I'm taking some of the horses down, unfortunately, because that's one of the easier ways right now with the animals I have around to get some leather armor, which will definitely help me out here. I'm going, just with my base skin right now, so that should be enough to build some of this stuff. I can steal a nice furnace if I need one, and then I'll build a backup sword just because I think we're probably going to need one at one point here. I like to have at least one sword with me just in case, so that's probably good enough for now. I'm going to go steal a furnace just in case, if we don't get back here in time, I got to be careful. So let me grab one of these, look out for the lava, and before we happen to, ditch this place entirely, I'm going to stick around here for a little bit, at least for one night, and just see how it goes. I don't have high hopes, though, for these little villagers surviving, but I want to get a bit of food, just I don't have too much. I got some bread and some apples that I should probably save to make golden apples. But yeah, a couple different things. Looks like something might have died already there, because there were some blocks floating. When monsters die, they will drop some extra stuff in this mode, which is kind of a nice incentive to actually fight a lot of this stuff, too. You can get glowstone and, iron ingots and things that usually drop, but they drop from more different styles of monsters, and we're probably good for now. I should probably leave some potatoes cooking, and then we'll come back and have that as an incentive for me to return to the village, other than protecting these little guys. But yeah, you can get some nice loot from taking out the monsters as well, so it is an incentive to do that and not just cower when night falls. So let's head over. It looks like the sun is somewhere over there. It's funny to see. Yeah, the sun's a little more realistic looking in the clouds. I am still using the default texture pack, and it still looks really good with the shaders. There are ones that work a little bit more in sync with the shaders, but it definitely looks nice, and we've got all these shadows and everything, but the clouds, having a cloud pattern in the sky, as well as clouds floating, blocky clouds floating around, does not gel so well, so I got rid of the normal clouds. It also makes the game run better. And I should mention, I'm actually running a small server off of my computer, which weirdly enough makes the game run a bit because the server's doing some of the heavy lifting, but that is the way that I'm using this Monster Apocalypse plugin. I'm sorry for any horse lovers out there because we need this leather. I should probably pick one to jump on, find one with a good amount of health because it's gonna need it with me riding, around and having all these monsters after me. So let's find one with, we got some decent hearts on these, but I want one with a bit more get up and go. And, ooh, that one was good. Okay, there we go. This spotted horse here is probably going to be mine. But yeah, so I'm running a server with Spigot. It's, kind of the little plugin setup, and I have Monster Apocalypse going that way because it is a plugin, so it's meant for servers, but it's not too tough to, set up your own little server if your computer can handle it. And that's part of, having Optifine for the shaders is one thing, but it's also nice to have it so that it'll run the game a bit better. This horse still doesn't love me yet. Where'd you go? Everybody looks... Yeah, gotta remember, this is the one with the spots. It needs a good name. I don't have any name tags yet, but I don't have to worry about this one dying. A couple other little tweaks I did. Oh, here we go. So let's pop this on here, and I'm gonna move it out of the way so that I don't accidentally take it out when I attack its friends, and the sun is going down. So a couple of the other things that I did, I did make it so that my click speed is a little bit sped up, or at least it should be. I'm using kind of a weapon that's not the fastest or anything anyways, but at the same time, I wanted to try to give me a bit of a leg up. We don't have the 1.1 and 1.2 yet. I'll upgrade to that as soon as that, or not 1.11.1, and now 1.11.2 are the new versions, and I will upgrade to that so that we can get the cool sweeping edge enhancement, enchantment, and a bunch of the other additions. By the time we get Elytra Wings, I'm going to be able to use those fireworks in the new update, so that is my goal. We have 7. I could make some pants, but I'd really like one more piece because there we go. The chest plate is the best option for your first piece of armor, and I'm going to run because we need to get back to town. The other thing, though, I mentioned I kind of sped up. It's not that noticeable, but I can hit a little faster, and I also buffed the health. We could have taken these cows out. I buffed the health of wolves, tamed wolves specifically, and ocelots, so that if I was to find one, they wouldn't just get killed immediately by a creeper or something, because that would not work out. I don't think I can get my horse over here necessarily, but I'll remember it's the one over here, and the monster shouldn't attack it. As long as it's around there, if I need to run, I can just head for the hills and, jump on Hi-Ho Silver and get out of here. I'm going to see if I can get any more of this wheat, and because I'm going to need a good amount to heal here. And of course, yeah, since the newer updates, it's a bit tougher to heal with food because the saturation it's been tweaked a little bit, so healing is not as immediate, you don't burn through it as much. I should probably plant some of this, but we really don't have time. I'm not going to worry about it because the monsters are just going to destroy this place most likely. So here we go, test night number 1. I'm going to try to, I really need a torch. Let me go grab my potatoes and I'll quickly craft a torch because if I can get that going, then I can do something kind of cool. That is a nice feature. It's been in Optifine for a little bit. I'm not going to stay in my house that I set the spawn point because that is a mistake. If you want to, ooh, I could just steal one of these. If you want to have a spawn point, you don't really want to be around there because if the monsters are all over the place when that happens, that is going to be very bad for you. You're going to respawn right into that group that attacked you. I didn't mean to, oh, what just, that looked like a, okay, that was my torch, I think. I was about to say, it looked like it broke. So this is a cool feature that's been in Optifine for a little bit. If you hold a torch or any other block that is a glowy sort of block that gives off light, even the little mushroom, it'll put off light. So I can kind of see at night, it's funny how, just like in real life, if you have a torch around you, like you can see really well around you, but look off, I can't see that well in the distance. But if I put it away, I can see a bit better off there in the distance where the monsters are surely lurking. But yeah, so I think that's a cool little effect that works well with the shaders, but it also means I can use that torch to see a bit better. I did not craft this yet, so very quickly before the monsters start showing up, I need to do this so I have any amount of armor whatsoever. There we go. Let me break this down. And the villagers are all inside. The moon is rising, and the water looks beautiful, but at the same time, yeah, I'm not in a good spot here. Can't really jump to many of these. Oh, there's a zombie. It's already on its way. It's starting to creep over. I think a bunch of stuff is spawning in, so yeah, now he's going. Okay, and I'm gonna be careful here. This is probably a good house for me to get into because they can't, yeah, there's a creeper. So yeah, creepers and skeletons, they'll all start following you a lot faster than you would. My own shadow scared me, like a little fretful groundhog. All right, I'm gonna go in here. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to break up the nitwit party. Oh, geez. Uh-oh. Okay. Do we have any stairs or something? What is in here? Because I'm going to bar the door if I can do this quick enough. Go, 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 go. I don't need that crafting table right now. Let me plop this down. This is also a, is this spruce? Yeah, this is a taiga village. I didn't even realize at first. And, yeah, it's a lot nicer looking. This is kind of a legitimate option to make sure zombies, when they break the door down, they can't get through. I don't have the slamming sounds, like every time a zombie hits something, I don't have that sound going because that would get obnoxious, but I do have the sound when it breaks, I think. Whoa, I just heard a block break, yeah. So they are gonna start breaking through here. I should be okay with the zombie, but I gotta be careful. If a skeleton, happens to jump around here. Ooh, jeez. That one. There we go. I got my first Monster Hunter achievement. I can hear them stacking. No, that's a creeper. Okay. So I made them, originally I did tweak some of the stuff in this plugin. So originally they stack with dirt blocks, but I kind of like the idea of them stacking with leaves. So I changed that so it's not as ugly, and it also means that they'll degrade, I believe, over time, so they won't leave them all over the place. So that's my recommendation, letting them stack with leaves. And I need that gunpowder if we're ever gonna fly with fireworks in the new update. But yeah, so these zombies are gonna get through here if I'm not careful. I should probably put another block here because they're already starting to break through. I kind of regret going in here because now it's like I'm stuck with this setup and I don't have any dirt to stack, so I'm gonna have to use some of my precious wood to get back up on the roof. Okay, let me see if they'll start stacking up to me, and I gotta watch out. The more that I kill, the more they're gonna start summoning new stuff in, so I gotta be careful about that as well. Hey, okay, here they come. That one's on the way. So this is so far, it's been a mild night. Oh no, I fell. That was not good. I kind of wanted to see if I could hit him. But yeah, see, they've been stacking this stuff up, so pretty easy to break. And it isn't as gross and obnoxious all over the place like dirt. Somebody dropped something over here. What is that? Ooh, some stone, okay. So they might be breaking through stuff. Let's look around. Let me see if I can get a bunch of zombies following me, and then I'll turn tail. But they're really focused on that skeleton. He's going for a nice arrow shot, so he's stacked way up. That's gonna break eventually. I need to make sure that creeper isn't on the way over. I do not have a bow and arrow, so this is going to be a little bit scary. Yep, that was bad, but I wanted this potato. No. I figured I would at least have my shield to stop him. Yeah, that skeleton was trying to get a good vantage point. Okay, so maybe I will try to run around here to some of the other spots and stay away from that skeleton, because they can still snipe you from really far away. That zombie, yeah, some of them will try to go after the villagers, so I do have to be careful about that. But some of them are, they're not too interested in them when I'm around. They're gonna focus their efforts on me. We got some beets here, there we go. All right. Just kind of doing some light farm work at night as zombies and creatures loom. So I think this village is, a little easier than a normal one because we have all this water around us, so water's not gonna be as much of an issue with stuff spawning. But at the same time, I'm trying to be careful here and make sure we survive enough. They're gonna follow me all the way over here if I'm not careful. Now, the other thing that I wanted to mention, if you end up trying this for yourself with this plugin, make sure you allow monsters to spawn on wood, because if you're playing in the new update, you will not see any of the new illagers, the Vindicator, the Evoker. They will not spawn in the mansions unless you let stuff spawn on wood, because they'll just, that's the only place they spawn is in the mansion, and they won't have any spawn points, so be careful about that. It took me a while. It was pretty frustrating trying to figure out why they weren't spawning. I thought, the monsters were, the old stuff was overriding the new. It seems pretty safe in here despite some of this stuff. I could head into the woods, and that's probably not a good idea. Oh, okay, so he's close enough to try to speed up. Ah! Legitimately scared me there. It was maybe the first time I've yelled like that in a Minecraft. Okay, video in a while. Okay, go, go, go. The one, they did the Velociraptor technique on me. The one creeper distracted me. Hello, guys. And the other one snuck around. I called these dimwits, that is their actual name, the green villagers, because they do not trade with you at all. And ooh, if I had some leather, we could get some emeralds. Anything good before you guys perish and shuffle off this mortal coil? Excuse me. I want to be careful here, because yeah, I think we're almost done with the first night. And I kind of want to, I'm just going to explore the woods here, because if we can get some bones, I'd like to know if there's wolves around. I really want to get a wolf, and if I could find a skeleton, that would be good. This is very risky, but I did, I've got that spawn point for now, so if I do leave, I'm a little worried that the villagers might get eaten up, but again, this is like the test village that we're going through here. And these skeleton, I've heard that they can be really annoying when you can't do that much to stop their arrow barrage. 2 of them is enough to knock me back where I can't even get close. Jeez, I really need to take a spider out. Speaking of which, and get a bow going if I can. I'm gonna sneak around, try to see if I can get some string from this spider, wherever it went. Where is it? They got these glowy eyes, so they're a lot easier to see than they normally would be. Ooh, let me grab a mushroom so I can use that to light the way. We can definitely see a lot more over here, so I'm gonna go with my back to the water as a safety area, and we're getting surrounded by a ton of stuff, but I'd like to take down a spider if I can. Careful now. Yeah, we got all these zombies. They're speeding up. They're grabbing spider eyes. Don't you dare. Okay, that's good. That's good. It actually helped me out a little bit there. I did not happen to get any string there. These guys are speeding up. I should probably, if I'm not going to use my shield at times, I could plop my torch in the other hand, but I want to take these guys out first. I like how the one the sweep attack glows a bit. Okay, I can definitely see all that heading for me. I can read the writing on the wall. I did not get the string. Look at the creeper trying to stack up. It's so cute, but also very, very deadly. So yeah, hiding in an upper part of a build, if you got walls, they can still get to you. You gotta be careful about that. This should be a little bit better to see. I know that, Optifine, or the shaders aren't the best viewing experience at night because there's not that much light, but I figured it would be a little creepier. It's almost like we're playing a horror game when it's nighttime. I'm running out of juice here to run, and I got a bunch of monsters behind me, trailing me through the woods. So yeah, I just wanted to at least illustrate how deadly it can be to run through the woods in the middle of the night. I hope the village is doing okay. I don't want to worry about killing zombies that much, but we could get something good. Like I mentioned, glowstone. There's a very, very small chance, I think it's like a 0.1% chance that they'll drop diamond, which would be very nice, but I'm not hoping, not banking on that. The sun is coming up though. Sweet, sweet sunlight. And there are options if you want to make it where zombies burn during the... I didn't get that mushroom. If you want to make it where zombies burn during the day or don't burn... Oh, here we go, wolves. I need some skeletons. Where are the skeletons? Yeah. So I set it where zombies still burn during the day because I figured it might be a bit too crazy to have... That's what was hitting me. Might be a bit too crazy to have a zombie that doesn't burn. We have the baby zombies for that, of course, so I'm not aiming for that. But yeah, skeletons and zombies, you can make all that stuff not burn during the day. We definitely need some bones, because I'd like to get a little wolf pet here. Jeez. But I got a piece of iron already, which is a nice little bonus. And the zombies, you know, despite it being daytime, were headed after me. All right, so that is my goal. I'm going to stick around this village maybe a little bit. We're going to start exploring here pretty soon. But I wanted to show you guys just a normal cycle with Monster Apocalypse and how much tougher it can be when the zombies and, you know, can break to get to you, and we got exploding arrows and other stuff to look out for. And of course, I can amp up the difficulty if you guys think that would be a good thing to do. I'm gonna put this fence back. I'm sorry, didn't mean to, you know, let them get in there, but I think they're mostly fine. If you're around and you have a mega aggro on where all the monsters are going after you, the zombies will pretty much ignore the villagers for a bit, but they can easily die if you get, you know, up in there, and they'll get blown up and stuff like that. So my goals are trying to get a wolf and trying to explore a bit more. We might, yeah, we could keep this village as our spawn point, but we could branch out, try to find that other village and the mansion off yonder. Thank you guys for watching. I managed to eat all my bread, but I did survive the first day and night. I look like a football player with the armor. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this, maybe subscribe if you haven't, and let me know if you got any suggestions for, you know, if you want it spiced up a bit more. I think it's already pretty difficult, but you guys can weigh in the comments. I do appreciate it. And thanks for joining me for the first episode of a new series. I will see you guys soon for more Monster Apocalypse. Goodbye.